It's Megan Densmore. I'm an actress, producer, wellness guide, rehab fitness expert. Fill in the blank. What am I? Today's topic, everyone is doing their best, right? I mean, I'm doing my best. All of the laundry I have to fold is right over here. You want to see it? You want to see what I have to do later? That's my laundry. Uh-huh. So, I know I'm doing my best. I bet you're doing your best. And me doing my best today means going live earlier than I usually go live, because if I didn't do it now, it wouldn't happen. I have a lot to do today, and while I'm going live, I'm sure that my email is blowing up with something that I'm having to take care of this week. But yeah, so here we go with this topic. If everyone is doing their best, how do you relate to moments where people maybe are not being awesome with you, disrespecting you, or making negative or poor choices toward you? I obviously have context for this topic. I am actually in a situation now where someone that I trusted and was in a business situation with, I'm going to be vague on purpose, but they basically decided they didn't want to follow through on a contract that we have. I have to sue said person for non-compliance with said contract. Not my favorite thing to do at all, but am I mad at her? Now, I'm human, and when this first happened about a week ago, when I first became aware that this was what was going to occur, I was angry, I was sad, I was hurt, all of those things that you can feel when someone that you trusted is actually turning out to be someone that maybe you shouldn't have put your trust in, which is a complicated situation. I am trusting by nature. That has blown up in my face multiple times in my life, but I also choose to see the best in people and believe that everyone is doing their best at any given moment. And sometimes that doesn't look how I want it to look for me, right? For how it relates to my life. So I went through all those feelings, betrayal, frustration, all those kind of things. Like I'd been taken advantage of, like my generosity was being taken advantage of. I went through all of those things. Now, after a week having passed, and after things being organized, obviously I have an incredible attorney. This can side note to another wonderful tip for Freedom Friday, which is if you are in business of any kind, I know things like LegalZoom can be super tempting. I know that there are all different kinds of ways that you can do your own legal DIY business. Like, what? Fine, cool. Yeah, I get that those exist. Have a really good attorney. Pay them. Know them. They will be very, very valuable. So if you need a referral to a really good attorney, I have one. And I'm really grateful that I didn't do it the other way right now, because right now I need him. And yes, I know that in most cases when you're in business, this is a you have them just in case. And you hope that the worst case scenario where you will need the attorney never exists. They hope that too. They hope that time never ever comes and they never ever have to follow through on all of the things that they put in place to protect you. But if and when they do actually have to protect you, you want to have one. Okay? That's a little side note piece of advice that you didn't ask for, but I gave it anyway. So now that I have everything in place, that there's a plan, that I feel supported, I'm actually not mad at her. Because what I know that is happening over there is she made the best decision she could make in the moment, given whatever her world of circumstances were around what she was trying to navigate and figure out in order to be able to make whatever she needed to have happen. Okay? That doesn't make her ignoring a contract right. But I do believe that everyone is always doing their best. So, in the theme of my Freedom Friday videos and like what I'm trying to help you guys get with this is the goal in this situation would be for me to find freedom from whatever feelings are there or frustrations or any of those things. I need to find freedom around those things so that I can then operate in the face of the difficult situation. Because that might mean this might be a person that I have to see again. It might mean that, again, we have to negotiate. It might mean that we have to have civil, calm, adult conversations about what occurred. It might mean that there are things happening over there with her that I don't know about that she may have to tell me. And that might be hard for her. So, if I start with everyone is doing their best, and I start with she's also doing her best, and I'm doing my best, so I am then able to allow for a room of forgiveness to come in relationship to this person. That helps me. That doesn't help her. Again, this is a human being that I intend to serve with legal papers. I hope she has a good attorney. We'll find out. But at the same time, I can do that with care and understanding about the fact that I don't know the whole situation until she actually tells me what is happening over there. So this can be applied to so many different situations. I think the most common situation that I would say that this would relate to would be like a breakup. If you were dating someone and they were in a commitment with you and everything seemed organized and good, and then they were like, no, actually, I don't want that. It would be easy to be like, oh, this person took advantage of me, they led me on, they like, they never cared about me, whatever. But if they're just doing their best, and their best was, I actually can't do this, and their best was, I need to let this person go, then yes, I know it hurts, but at the end of the day, if they're doing their best, that leaves room for you to forgive them for whatever occurred. That actually helps you move on, and that helps you be able to handle the situation. And here's the extra piece. People should always be great with you. And what I mean by that is, I get to choose what my boundaries are, and I get to choose what someone paying me respect looks like. I get to say, this is what I'm worth, this is my value, this is what I bring to the table. Are you going to be great with that? What is happening over there, and what do we need to do to get on the same page? If I don't have a clear idea of what it is that my boundaries are and what it is that, again, like if I don't feel valuable myself, if I don't think that I'm enough, if I'm not sure that I'm bringing something powerful to the table, then if someone tries to take advantage of me, they might succeed. But that's on me, because I didn't actually tell them where the line was. So they're just doing their best, trying to figure out how to solve a problem or get the job done. And if they're just doing their best and I'm not clear about like what I need or what I want, then are they wrong if I'm taken advantage of? I would say no. So again, like what we're talking about here is like, this is about this. We're not over there. Like we can be frustrated and upset and cranky about like whatever people are doing over there, whatever opinions they have. That's fine. But what we can control is, I know you're doing your best. I'm doing my best. This is what I offer. This is who I am. This is where my line is. This is what you respecting me looks like. Now, can you please tell me what me respecting you looks like? So I know what that is, and we can work together, and both people can feel like we have an understanding of both people showing up, doing their best, and feeling validated. That seems to be the only way I know how to do it. Again, feel free to comment if you disagree. But I highly recommend, if there's anybody that you've had interactions with or dealings with where you felt like they were, you know, if you felt taken advantage of, if you felt like they were somehow being, I don't know, like, I just want to be really careful of the idea of that person's a bad person or that person is wrong. It's like, well, that's not really accurate. People make the choices that they make, and not everybody makes good, smart, I guess, or maybe they don't make educated choices. Like, to me, it's like, follow a contract. If you got a contract, like, follow it. That's just a good life choice, right? That's my, capacity for understanding of that. Like, you sign something, like, maybe stick to the legal thing. But because someone wants to make a poor choice on that, like, does that make them a bad person? I think we're a little too quick to add, like, a judgment upon the human being around the choice instead of just understanding the logistics of the choice. Because if I like jump to it and say, like, this is a bad person for doing this thing to me, then I actually am not available to forgive that person. And I actually lose in that situation. So I hope this gives you guys something to think about. The idea that, like, again, it's a challenge. What if you just operated in the world such that everyone is literally doing their best all the time? You don't have to interact with everybody. You get to choose where your boundaries are. Like I said, you get to choose what your respect looks like. You get to choose what you want to put up with. But if everybody is doing their best all the time, does that change your perception? And does that create more opportunity for you to have freedom around interactions with people? Including being able to have interactions with people that you might not really like that much. It's still really valuable sometimes to be able to collaborate and interact with people who you don't love, because maybe they might challenge you in a way that is going to ask you to grow. And that's pretty cool. All right, everybody. Happy Friday. I hope you have a good weekend. And if you're liking these videos, please comment, please share. I go live every Friday around this time, and I'm doing these just because I want to help and I want to offer some thoughts and support, and I hope it's helping people. All right, again, I'm Megan Densmore. I'm an actress, I'm a producer, I'm a freedom coach, I'm also a wellness guide. I know lots about nutrition and fitness and all different kinds of ways to help keep you thriving in life, both inside and out. I appreciate everybody watching.